And the eye cream has estrogen and antioxidants. The body moisturizer keeps your skin hydrated, not allowing water to evaporate, causing dryness. You can order them at CapriMD.com. That's CapriMD.com. These products work.
Welcome back, everybody, to the PM Show with Larry and Nancy Manetti. Today, we are remembering the legendary actor Ernest Borgnine. Larry, he was a personal friend of yours. The way Nancy tells the story, he would be at your guys' house for dinner
many times.
Many times.
Yeah, he always he made the room, boy.
He sure did.
And what we've done today, guys, we've invited friends of Ernie's to call into the show and tell their stories. What better way to remember somebody than the great stories they had in life? And on the line right now, we have Robert Wagner, also another
true movie
star. Absolutely, Robert Wagner is on the line. Mr. Wagner, thank you for joining the show with us today.
Thank you very much. I'm so thrilled to be there for this tribute that you're doing for Ernie. He was one special human being, I'll tell you.
Yeah, thank you, RJ.
Thank you,
Larry,
RJ.
how are you?
Nancy, I'm fine.
Are you there too?
I'm here, sweetie.
We're all here.
Well, you know, I've been thinking about Ernie, and you know the most amazing thing, and you've had that experience, Larry. You know, he was a person that everybody wanted to go up to and say hello to, and he had that tremendous quality of turning to them and making them think that they were the only person in the world and that they, you know, meant so much. And he was so ingratiating. He just had that tremendous personality.
Yeah. He reminded me a little of Spencer Tracy. I don't know why, but he had that charisma.
He loved working with Spencer Tracy. I can tell you that when they did Bad Day at Black Rock.
Yeah.
I had just finished working with Spence, and I knew him. And we talked about Spence quite a bit, and he's probably told you that story, you know, where he could look down into the dirt, and just stare at the dirt and look up at just the right time and take the scene away from anybody in the cast.
You mean Spencer Tracy?
Yeah, Spencer Tracy could do that.
Yeah,
you know, and he had this tremendous. He had a great deal of respect for Spence, and that was a wonderful picture, if you remember.
It was fabulous,
yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, he told me once that when he was doing Bad Day at Black Rock, he had the opportunity to audition for Marty, and he got all dressed and he was taking off, and Spencer Tracy said, "Hey, where are you going?" He said, "I'm the star. You can't leave." And he said, "I have to go read for this role." He said, "You don't read. You should go and tell him you got the part."
God, he was wonderful in that picture too, wasn't he?
Oh yeah,
Marty. He was wonderful in Bad Day at Black Rock, but he was marvelous in Marty.
Did you know that his favorite film was A Catered Affair?
I didn't know that, but
yes.
I can believe it. That was what Betty Davis and Debbie, wasn't it?
Yes, it was. Yes.
You remember who directed that?
Yeah, I can't, but I know Ernie went head to head with him, and we'll have to look it up.
Yeah, but you know that he was wonderful in that picture. See, he had that soft, very soft, wonderful side to him that people, you know, did. It was kind of like
a puppy dog.
Yeah, it was very unusual, but he was able to let it go, you know, and you felt it instead of that rough-hewn edge that he played so many times, you know, with beating guys up and throwing them over walls and everything else.
Was his attitude in the Wild Bunch? I'm trying to remember. Was he really tough in that, or was he a teddy bear?
Well, he was pretty tough in that. Yeah, everybody was tough in that movie.
Wow.
Everybody was tough. But, you know, we've lost a friend, and, you know, he's in a better place now, Larry.
You know what? I think
what he was going through. Geez, that was rough. Very, very rough.
It was.
I think heaven is a better place that he's there now.
Yeah.
I wish he could have taken his Academy Award and showed it around up there.
Believe me, there's a lot of winners up there. They'll all get together.
That's true. They'll tell more stories.
And knowing Ernie, he's eating a pizza. His favorite pizza was the pepperoni pizza.
Well, he loved you.
Oh, I loved him.
He just thought you were a very special person.
And he was a big fan of yours, and I know that he was a big fan of Jill's. And I don't know if people know this. You're married to Jill St. John, and just a wonderful woman, terrific actress. And
not too bad looking
yeah,
either.
she was. She was. Of course, RJ's no slouch.
No, not at all, darling.
Well, we lost a great friend, but God, weren't we so fortunate in knowing him and being able to be around him and
Absolutely.
getting a piece of that wonderful energy that he put out.
You had him and Sinatra.
Yeah.
I mean,
That charismatic smile of his.
Yeah, he was a very special man, as I said. I've said that about 3 times now.
It's
but
true,
he
though.
was, he was just a very...
Richard Brooks, that's the director of Catering
Yes.
Affairs.
Richard Brooks,
so we
right.
got it. Robert Wagner, thank you so much for taking time today.
Thank you so much.
Thanks,
Larry.
RJ. We love you.
Yeah.
Larry,
Thanks.
Nancy, I love you. You take care of yourselves.
Thanks,
You
buddy.
too, honey.
Thank you so much for having me on this tribute.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Robert. When we come back, Dennis Farina. Going to remember Ernie as well. We're going to talk about stories with Dennis Farina. Also, Ilya Petridis was the director of Ernie's last film. We're going to talk to Ilya about that as well. All coming up right here on the PM Show with Larry and Nancy Manetti. We'll be back right after this.
Do you own a car you no longer want and you don't have the time or energy